we are back taking a look at more HK clones, this time chambered in 5.56. So I have my three 5.56 HK clones in front of me here. I have two Vector guns, which I've owned for about 5 years, a V93 16-inch gun, and a V53 8.5-inch gun. Bought this one as a pistol, put it in a Form 1, you know, all that good stuff. I've had this gun for about 5 weeks. This is the Z43P, again, but this time with a 12-inch barrel. So, you know, I thought when I heard that they were going to be bringing in pistols, I figured they'd be these, and, you know, I've already have one. But as soon as I found out they were 12 inches, and it sort of filled a nice little gap in between the two, I knew I had to pick one up. This gun is a pistol, has a brace on it right now, no plans to change that, shoots just fine. Does definitely throw some flames, not as bad as this gun. This gun is an absolute flamethrower. There's actually a video on my channel, I will put the link in the description, of me shooting this gun in full auto, and it's just an absolute riot. Very, very loud, lots of flame. Still throws some flames, especially with steel case Russian ammo, but nowhere near as bad. Very pleasant to shoot though. All three of these guns are actually very pleasant to shoot. Minimal recoil impulse on 5.56, and they're heavy guns, so you know that soaks up the recoil quite a bit. 3 different types of magazines here. These are the mags that the MKEs, as far as I know, all of the MKE guns are shipping with. Polymer magazines, 30 rounds. They actually have hooks where you can sort of hook them together and stack them up. They're handy, they work just fine. Yeah, 30 rounds, very light polymer. Then I also have a bunch of these. They're 40 round aluminum magazines. They came into the country about, I don't know, 10 years ago at this point. They were very cheap at the time, and I bought a bunch of them. I wish I had purchased more, because now they're very hard to find, and when you can find them, they're expensive. Apparently that one was made in 1976, 10 years before I was born. But this thing is still working great. Then we have the German HK steel magazines. These magazines are incredibly heavy, they're incredibly expensive, but they are steel, so should hold up a little better under repeated wear and tear, and 30 rounds again. All 3 types of magazines will work in all 3 guns, or at least the guns I have here. Your mileage may vary, so that's nice. I typically use the aluminum 40s because they're the ones I have the most of, but I've been using the MKE 30s more and more. They work great. Here's what a round looks like. If you've never seen what a round looks like when it comes out of the chamber, and this came out of this chamber about an hour ago, you can see the very distinct flute marks, and so all the chambers and all delayed roller blowback guns are cut with flutes to aid in extraction and maybe something else, I don't know. But they all look like this. 9mm, 5.56, 308, they all have this very distinct markings. So if you ever see a piece of brass or a piece of steel that looks like this, chances are it came out of an HK. I was actually really lucky to find this because all 3 of these guns really chuck the brass into the next county, man. It really positive, strong ejection. Like I said, I think it actually hit the roof of the indoor range I was in and fell. It came back at me, so that's how I found it. They're not the most accurate guns in the world. All 3 of these guns are 2 to 3 MOA. However, that's with, you know, crappy Russian ammo. I've never actually tried to shoot match ammo through it because that's not what I see these guns for, but they are fun. All three of these guns have a Bill Springfield trigger job. I cannot recommend that enough. The stock triggers, there's a lot of slop, there's a lot of take up in them, and his work just gets rid of all of that. So we'll see. Gun is clear. Okay. And you can see there's absolutely no take up. I mean, it just breaks. Try that again. So extremely nice triggers. No slop, no mess. Pull probably around 4 or 5 pounds. Again, can't recommend that enough. So I think that's about it. Yeah, so if you're a fan of HK delayed roller blowback guns, check out the new Zenith guns. I think the Vectors are hard or impossible to find anymore, but Zenith is stepping up, and quite frankly, they're nicer. They're nicer guns in every way. So yeah, if you're interested, check them out. You can find them online at a bunch of places. I know here locally, vagunshop.com definitely has these guns at good prices, so give them a look if you're in the local area. So thanks for watching.